So I made 3 videos on my channel talking about the genetics behind bodybuilding, and this was because there was a lot of demand in the comments from like my Baki videos, how likely you are to look like Baki in real life given your genetics, and I had to also talk about, your genetic potential a bit, or tangentially sort of allude to your genetic potential when talking about that video. So a lot of people started asking me, how do you know if you have good genetics? So I decided I would go over that because I know basically what makes people have good genetics for bodybuilding, and I thought people will be interested. But now I fear that some people might think that I'm saying that you shouldn't work out because you have bad genetics or you have subpar genetics. No, like, an honest assessment of your genetic potential is important, I think, for everyone who goes through their fitness journey. You need to like, honestly evaluate, how far can you actually push yourself? How good could you actually make yourself look? Otherwise, you're just going to be disappointed if you don't look like, the Mr. Olympia competitors. The vast majority of even like your social media people, if you see the people on social media, that's like the top 1%, top 0.5%. And even then, like they don't compare it to Mr. Olympias. They can take all the drugs in the world. They will not look like Ronnie Coleman or Big Ramy or Jay Cutler or anyone like that. So yeah, just because you don't have perfect genetics or anything doesn't mean that you shouldn't pursue bodybuilding. And this is, you shouldn't pursue, self-improvement through fitness in general. This is sort of my message throughout, for all sorts of discipline, all sorts of physical discipline, particularly bodybuilding, because it's what seems to be the most effective in this sense. Bodybuilding is like the physical manifestation of self-improvement. There's all these self-improvement tips about, meditation, reading 500 books a day or something like that. But bodybuilding is the only one, to my knowledge, the best one to my knowledge, that physically changes you. You can physically see the results of your work. No one else can do it for you. No one else can take it away from you. And it's just all you. And that's what I love about it. And that's why I often promote bodybuilding or, exercise broadly speaking as a form of self-improvement, whether that be you do cardio to get more fit, to improve your cardio, whether that be powerlifting if you want to get stronger, or, my preferred one is bodybuilding where you try and look really good. The aim of this is to become a better version of yourself. And when you work out and you start to see results, you will physically see yourself improving and becoming a better version of yourself. Working out teaches you persistence. It teaches you delayed gratification. You learn that smaller things over a long course of time will reap more results than big things spontaneously. Like for example, you can work out every day for a week. You can work out twice a day for 2 weeks. It's not going to build as much results as if you work out 3 times a week for like 3 months. I know this may seem like a lot of like whatever coming from me, since I admittedly do have good genetics and I use myself in those videos, those YouTube shorts I should actually specify, as an example of someone with good genetics frequently. But I think my message still rings true regardless of your genetic potential or what you perceive to be your genetic potential. I ring this message almost word for word on another video on my other channel, Dr. Apolli. You can check that out here or here. I think it's here. You can check that out if you want. I also talk about this a bit in a book I'm writing, so hopefully that'll come out sometime. So yeah, go out there and make gains. I'm rooting for you.